Welcome back to episode 2 of In the Shop with StanceWorks. I'm Mike Burroughs, and as I hope you can tell, we are here at the StanceWorks headquarters today. It's kind of a big day for me. I've got some project updates to share and figured what better time than now than to show you what's going on behind the big shop door. One of my projects I've had longer than any other. The other, of course, is brand new. Both of them have a ton of history in their own regard, and I'm excited to give you guys the rundown. Now, I'm guessing some of you might be familiar with my E36, but if you're not, it's a 1993 325 IS that I've had since I was 17 years old. I bought it in November of 2006, and it's my first ever project car. It's also the first car I ever pointed a camera at, my first subject of any kind. It's probably why StanceWorks is even here today. So as you can guess, it's got a lot of sentimental value to me. However, it spent the last 5 years parked outside the shop collecting dust. It had a crunched front end, body panels of multiple colors, and it's been baking under the California sun. It's a pretty sad sight to see for a car I supposedly care so much about. However, as you can see now, it's under a cover, it's back.
Under the cover is a fresh coat of paint thanks to my buddy Colin at Axis Paintworks in Phoenix, Arizona. The car still wears its original color, granite silver metallic, but with a level of shine it's never seen before. I'm excited too, because I've never really felt like this car was complete, despite the stages it's been through since I got it 13 years ago. Now, of course, it didn't take long after I got it to get things like an exhaust, coilovers, or even some wheels and tires onto the car. But even in its last roadworthy stage, with an engine swap and what I considered to be the best wheels I could put on it, I never really felt like I had reached the car's full potential. Now it sits waiting for a bunch of parts to go on. I've got all the things like fresh door gaskets, window gaskets, trim, and door moldings, but I've got some fun parts to go on it as well. First and foremost is a set of H&R Motorsport coilovers, and I'll be pairing those with a set of SLR tubular control arms, all new bushings and bearings, sway bars, and a new 391 differential, just to name some of it. I've also got a set of new-to-me BBS impulse and fresh Nitto rubber to go on. The car is going to be almost as new as the day it left the showroom floor, and it'll certainly look and drive better than BMW ever imagined. Needless to say, this has been a long time coming, and it's something I'm unbelievably excited about. There is more, though. Sitting above the E36 is the latest addition to the StanceWorks shop.
The new project is a car I never thought I'd get the chance to own. The E30 M3 market is climbing every day, and getting a hold of a car for a reasonable price requires a lot of luck. This one is a former race car, raced in the late 90s into the early 2000s as a CCA club racer, and it did pretty well. It comes with all the wear and tear you'd expect of a car that was used and abused like it was, but it also comes with a lot of really cool parts and pieces on it, such as a 2.5-liter engine, advanced design coilovers, Brembo brakes, all those cool bits and pieces you really hope for.
As for why this car is special to me, it's pretty simple. The M3 is the beginning of an important lineage in BMW history. The E30 M3 is the first of its kind, and it's the winningest car in touring car history, so it carries a bit of a chip on its shoulder. This one drives incredibly well, it just doesn't necessarily look the part. But its wide arches, its bumpers, its swept-back windscreen, these pieces make this car unlike anything else BMW has built ever since. And it's why guys fawn over these machines. So when the time comes, this one's going under the knife too. And first things first, I'll be removing the cow car livery. They're racetrack silhouettes if you couldn't tell. I'll have to see if Turtle Wax sells their label and sticker remover in a 55-gallon drum though, because there's a lot of vinyl to remove from this car. In due time though, it'll be back on the track and racing, just as it did 20 years ago.
I want to treat it just like it's always been. It's never going to be a road car again. I want to drive it like the M3 was meant to be driven. So with a bit of luck, maybe I'll catch you guys on the track once I make it out there. Or you're just going to have to wait until episode 3. Either way, I'll catch you guys then, and in the meantime, I gotta get to work.